Hi, friends. We're so glad you're here. The Big Ideas podcast exists to empower the next generation of entrepreneurs. Join us for unscripted conversations while you're at home with your kids or even just driving them around to activities. We hope these short but powerful messages will give you inspiration and encouragement for your next big ideas. Welcome back to the show, guys. We're so pumped to be back with you. And I'm super excited because today I have Gavin and Hannah also joining Owen and Dylan and I for this episode, because turns out we all had a lot to say about the topic today. So the topic for today's conversation is about building successful habits. And, first and foremost, we definitely wanted to say that we are not coming at you from the mountaintop. We have not mastered these habits. We are definitely works in progress and taking every day, one day at a time, learning habits and learning what works for us, and just striving to be consistent with those habits that are going to make our life more successful. And so we're going to get right into it. I'm going to have each of them speak on a few habits that they are definitely working on and getting pretty great at. I thought it would be really fun to hear from them directly. But before we do that, let's talk about why. Why are habits important? Why do habits build a successful life for us? And what are the habits that make those differences? And, for us, we definitely believe, we've definitely seen that it's the culmination of our daily habits that really form our life, really form our future. We've probably all heard the saying, if you show me your habits, I'll show you your future. Those daily habits might seem insignificant at the time, but over time they compound. There's many books written about the slight edge, the compound effect. But it's those seemingly insignificant small actions, small decisions that over time really build who you are, what your life looks like, and what your priorities are, which in turn those form your future. And so without further ado, let's get into some of the habits that we've take pretty seriously here in our home. You're going to realize that they are not massive. They're not going to be any like, wow, I would have never thought of doing that. But we hope that as we share some of our successful habits that you realize, oh gosh, we are doing these, or, oh, we could tweak maybe a few things, and, thanks for that, outlook or idea, and just really building the consistency on those habits that we just hope everybody can, just encourage each other, encourage us, let us know what's working for you. Give us, some feedback and some ideas in the comments, and let us know what habits you do. And we'd love to just kind of tag team and hear about those from you as well. So, Owen, why don't you start? First thing of the day, first habit of the morning. What would you say is a habit that you want to share with everybody?
Well, a habit that I do every morning is I make my bed.
Mm-hmm.
And I put on like deodorant in the morning also.
Well, let's stop with the making the bed part. What's the significance? Why do you feel like making your bed is important?
Well, I think it's good character development, and it helps you like do good habits, like during your day.
Just kind of gets that ball rolling, build some momentum.
Exactly.
Yeah. Love that. Dylan, why don't you take it and tell us, what's one, just tell me one habit that you do, throughout the day.
One of my successful habits is definitely making smoothies.
Okay.
I really love making smoothies. A smoothie is not a smoothie without a banana, and bananas are good nutrition.
So eating nutritiously, finding a good, healthy snack, and taking the time really to make those meals, that's become a pretty important habit for you. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, exactly. So it's also a lot better to eat something that you've made and not just a Pop-Tart that's been wrapped in aluminum through a factory.
Yeah, going there. All right, I love that. And, I know it's parents and kids listening to this podcast, and I know, yes, our kids can find and make healthy meals, but a lot of that comes back to us too as parents. I definitely walk the thin line of, having food that the kids are going to want in the house, but then also having nutritious options for them as well too. So it's easy for the kids to make something healthy if there's healthy options waiting for them. So washing the fruit, hard boiling the eggs, making sure that there's things within reach for them to grab versus just, the easier grab of chips or cookies or, stuff that they would probably just choose to eat if they weren't really aware of what they were doing to their body. So, nutrition's a big topic, definitely a work in progress, all the grace. But yeah, Dylan, thanks for sharing that. So, Gav, why don't we hop over to you? What would you say one of your maybe first part of the day habits are?
So some of my daily habits are like brushing my teeth every morning and night, taking a shower, putting on deodorant, and like simple things that just to get you all ready in the morning and just helps like rolling the ball.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that. Never underestimate the power of good hygiene and feeling clean and fresh and ready to go. I know as a mom, I am really not ready to start my day until I've washed my face, brushed my teeth, put on fresh clothes, even if I'm not planning to go anywhere. I'm at least going to put on leggings instead of pajama pants, right? But yeah, I love that, Gav. All right, Hannah, your turn. What would you say is one of your favorite daily habits?
My favorite things to do outside is to go on my skateboard, play with my brothers, and my favorite part is getting some sunshine outside, and I just love playing outside. It's my favorite thing to do.
Yeah, I love that, Han. Just getting that fresh air. It's weird, but getting outside, we have to intentionally, do that. As weird as that might sound, especially as a homeschooling family, we can spend all day inside and then realize, oh my gosh, it was beautiful outside. We did not enjoy it. And so Hannah is really, really good about always wanting to get outside, get that energy out outside. And we love, obviously, the spring weather. It's perfect for that. And yeah, thanks, Hannah. That was great. All right, moving on. Let's swing back over to Owen. Let's talk, everybody kind of swing back around, go through maybe one more of your best habits, favorite habits. Go ahead, Owen, you start.
Well, some good habits I like doing is to pray to God and read the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
And why I do this is because so I could just get closer to God and you know feel like He's always by my side.
Yeah, I love that. Owen's gotten like this really cool spirit of discernment, and I know that he's hearing from God, and it's just been this really cool like revelation in his life lately. So I love that he shared that. All right, Dill, hop back over to you. Let's talk about athletics, like a more tangible. What are some things you do to show up with your gymnastics and stuff? That's a habit.
I have a very good, strong habit of going to my gymnastics practice. Sometimes it may be tiring, but at the end of the day, I like how good it makes me feel because whether I'm flipping off the high bar or falling off of the mushroom, I never have to be too worried because,
Yeah, because you're gonna show up the next day and keep trying, right?
yes, exactly.
Yeah, and you definitely show up multiple days a week, multiple hours a week. Definitely a strong commitment. Gabby, you would probably say the same thing is true for you with baseball, right?
Yeah, so usually um whenever I like get up to bat, I'm always like, is it gonna hit me? Even if it does, um, even if it does, it doesn't. It hurts, but you just have to get back up and just keep playing the game. And
Yeah, and you guys learned all of that from just trying and learning and just showing up, right? So, in the point of habits, being committed to your team, showing up, doing the work, that's awesome. And Gav, while you're talking too, why don't you tell us about your just another habit I know we had talked about before this started?
I like to hang out with like friends who support me and
Bring out the best. Yeah.
yeah, bring out the best. And because like I have a YouTube channel, and even if some of my friends don't support that, then it's fine because this is like my dream. I want to become a famous YouTuber, and
Yeah. And so hanging out with, positive influences, friends that bring out the best in you, they're kind. It could seem really simple, but there's plenty of people out there, thankfully not really in our circle, but we do have to watch our associations. We do have to watch our influences, and protecting our time, protecting our mind, our heart with the people that we associate with is really important. So Gavin's really good about, he's always the guy that brings out the best in others, but he's also very sensitive to being aware if somebody is maybe not looking out for the best in him. And he's gotten to have a really good habit of just protecting that association and protecting his influences. So love that. All right, Hannah, wrap us up. One more habit that you would say is important to you.
I don't really love going to sleep, but I need sleep so I can get energy for the morning. And sometimes if I stay up too late, then I might get really tired in the morning and I need energy. So at nighttime when my mom and dad say just to go to bed, I go upstairs and go to bed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sleep is so important. And yeah, making sure that getting to bed on time and getting adequate sleep every night is super important, especially as they are growing and just needing all those hours of good, healthy sleep. So you guys did awesome. So we are going to wrap this podcast episode up, and, some takeaways as you are listening to us and thinking, okay, this is awesome, but I already do all of these things. That's amazing. Like I said, please comment in our comment section. Let us know what you're doing, what's working for you, maybe some tips that we can take for ourselves. But if there's some habits here that we mentioned that you feel like, oh man, I probably could add that. I probably should add that to my daily habits, my routine. Some advice I would say would be to start small. Don't add 10 things to start doing every day, starting tomorrow, forever. Build momentum. Find something small that you can get a daily win on. Build some momentum, like Owen talked about. Make your bed, and then every part of the day that you go back into your room and you see that your bed's made, it'll remind you, oh my gosh, I already did one thing. I can do more. And I would also say start small, but also do the hard stuff first. Prioritize your time. Don't save the thing that's going to take the longest or take the most effort. Don't save that for the end. Do the hard thing first. That will also add to some serious momentum for your day. It will totally boost your confidence that you can continue to do that. In addition to starting small and doing the hard things first, I would also say don't get stuck. Don't say, well, I ate chips for breakfast today, so the whole week is scrapped. I'm just going to eat junk food for the rest of the week. No. Or, oh man, I forgot to go to bed on time. I'm so tired. So I'm just going to throw the whole week away and just be exhausted all week. No. Immediately change that. Immediately just say, okay, I maybe didn't do the best habit to start, but tomorrow or an hour from now, I can change it and I can build that momentum starting now. And so just don't get stuck, try again immediately. And if there's things that are not good habits and they're actually bad habits, maybe make a list of those and make a goal to cut those out. Maybe trade in the cookies for an apple. Maybe instead of 2 hours on your electronics, maybe spend 30 minutes on your electronics and get outside for the other time. Instead of staying up too late, maybe set a time to do something fun before bed so that you're totally ready for bed. Instead of spending time with people who maybe tear you down or are gossiping about other people, maybe find a new friend that you feel like is actually genuine and looking out for your best. All of those little habits, like I said at the very beginning, they're going to add up. They're going to create an awesome life for yourself. And I think you're going to be really, really happy with the things that you start doing that are positive today. Your future self will thank you for it. And so, like I said, we're so excited to be here with y'all. Thank you so much for sharing your afternoon or your morning or whatever the time is of the day that you're listening to this. We do not take that lightly. And actually today, Gavin wanted to share the ending quote with you guys. He's been studying Babe Ruth here lately, and he has a perfect thought, a quote that Babe Ruth has said that I just thought was perfect for this topic. So, Gav, why don't you bring us home with what did Babe Ruth say?
So the quote that Babe Ruth said is, "Never let the fear of striking out keep you from playing the game."
Yeah, and I think that's just perfect for this topic. Like I said, if it's worth swinging at, just do it. It'll all add up and you will totally win, and you'll win yourself. And at the end of the day, that's a great life lived, and it's a great plan for your future. So thank you all so much. We will see you next time.